Let's look at a lesson from Siri Kannada grade 7. The name of this lesson is Sankranti Yandu Sukha Dukha by A.R. Manikant. Sankranti is a harvest festival. Sukha is happiness and Dukha is sadness. So the meaning is happiness and sadness on Sankranti. The author of this lesson wants to convey a message to us. So there is a purpose in this lesson. Let us first see what that is. Our celebrations should be fulfilling and meaningful. In any festival, there should be culture, tradition, love, affection. Only if all these factors are there, our celebrations will be fulfilling. Otherwise, it will look very mechanical. The modern life that we are leading today is concealing or hiding the essence of our tradition and culture in our festivals. And we should not let this happen. So any festival, be it religious, national or state festivals, should be celebrated meaningfully. So this is what the author wants to convey to us, that any kind of celebration should be meaningful. So let's look at the lesson now. Yellu bella tindu olleya matadi. So in Karnataka, there is a tradition on Sankranti. People make a mixture of sesame seeds, jaggery, dry coconut, groundnuts, and they distribute it among their friends and relatives and tell this sentence, Yellu bella tindu olleya matadi. So what does this sentence mean? Yellu means sesame seeds, bella means jaggery, tindu, eat. Olleya is good and matadi is speak. So this sentence means eat sesame seeds and jaggery and speak good words. Sankranti andakshana nenapaguva maatidu. So the author is telling us that as soon as anybody says Sankranti, we are immediately reminded about this line, Yellu bella tindu olleya matadi. ಎಳ್ಳು ಬೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದೂ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ. So the author is saying, we can't even imagine Sankranti without the sesame seeds and jaggery. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ? Now, the author is asking us if we know about this fact. So what is that fact? ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪುರಾಣ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. Purana means mythology. There's mythology in Sankranti. We can see mythology in Sankranti. Vijnana inuku hakuttade. Vijnana is science. Science peeps. We can see that science is also peeping here. Sampradaya mataduttade. Sampradaya is customs and tradition. Matadu is talk. So our customs and traditions are talking on Sankranti. Kritajnata bhava kai hidiyuttade. And we have a feeling of gratefulness. So in Sankranti, we can see mythology, science, our customs and tradition, and the feeling of gratefulness. Namage olitagadi. Olitu means good. Let good happen to us. Namma baduku Sankrantiyalli. Sankrantiyagali ಎಂಬ ಆಶಾವಾದ ಜತೆಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಬದುಕು means our life. So Sankranti can be split as two words, Sam and Kranti. So Sam means good and Kranti is revolution. So we all have that hope that a good revolution happens in all our lives. Now, Yugadi, Deepavali, Moharam, Eid Milad, Christmas, Gauri Ganesha, Mahalaya Amavasye, Muntadavella, Janagala Habba. So now the author is listing a lot of festivals from different religions, and he says all these festivals are festivals of people. Janagala Happa means festivals of people. Adare Sankrantiya Sogase Bere. But the beauty of Sankranti is very different. Idu Danagala Happa. So this is a festival of cows and cattle. Ulidella Habbagalallu Tanu Hosabatte Dharisi Mereva Manushya ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾನುವಾರುಗಳ ಅಲಂಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಲ್ಲುತ್ತಾನೆ. So on all other festivals, ಉಳಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಬ್ಬಗಳು means on all other festivals, humans wear new clothes. They buy clothes for themselves and they wear new clothes. But on Sankranti, they get ready to buy clothes and decorate their animals and cattle. ವರ್ಷವಿಡೀ ದುಡಿಮೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಗಿದ್ದ ದನ ಕರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾನೆ. So humans, they worship the cows and calves which are engaged in hard work for the whole year. ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯ ವೇಳೆಗೆ ಇಡೀ ವರ್ಷದ ದುಡಿಮೆಯ ರೈತಾಪಿ ಜನರ ಕೈಗೆ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತದಲ್ಲ. So the farmers would have got the yield of their hard work of the entire year. ಹಾಗೆ ದುಡಿದದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ದನ ಕರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್, ವಂದನೆ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಸಿಂಗರಿಸಿ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಿಚ್ಚು ಹಾಯಿಸಿ ರೈತ ಖುಷಿ ಪಡುತ್ತಾನೆ. So the farmer, he is thanking the cows and cattle on the occasion of Sankranti. So how does he show his thankfulness? By decorating. Singarisi means decorating the cows and calves. Meravanige madi. Meravanige means take them on a procession. Then kitchu haisi. Kitchu haisi means the cows are made to jump over fire. This is a tradition which is followed in harvest festival. Raita kushi paduttana. So this is how the farmer feels happy, and he in turn also thanks the cow and cattle by doing all this. ಕಿಚ್ಚು ಹಾಯಿಸುವುದು ಎಂದರೆ ದನಕರುಗಳನ್ನು ಬೆಂಕಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಿಗಿಸುವುದು. So what is the meaning of ಕಿಚ್ಚು ಹಾಯಿಸು? It means ದನಕರು is the cattle, the cows and calves. Benki is fire and ಜಿಗಿಸುವುದು is jump over. The cows are made to jump over fire. That is only called as ಕಿಚ್ಚು ಹಾಯಿಸು. ಈ ಆಚರಣೆಯ ಗುಟ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತೇ? So now the author is asking us, do you know the secret of this celebration? ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ಬರುವುದು ಗಡಗಡ ಚಳಿಯ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ವಿಂಟರ್ ಸೀಸನ್. ಆ ವೇಳೆಗೆ ಕೃಷಿ ಕೆಲಸವೂ ಅಷ್ಟಾಗಿ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲವಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಡ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮಚ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್. ದನಕರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವಿಶ್ರಾಂತಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಕೌಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಾಫ್ಸ್ ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಅ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಅವುಗಳ ಮೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಿಗಣೆಯಂತಹ ಕ್ರಿಮಿಗಳು ಅದು ಹೇಗೋ ಸೇರಿರುತ್ತವೆ. So on the bodies of these cows and calves, there are some germs or worms that sit. ಗುಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅಡಗಿ ಕೂತು ಕಾಟ ಕೊಡುತ್ತಿರುತ್ತವೆ. And these germs are hidden inside the body, which is not visible. They sit inside, hidden, and they trouble the calf and cow. ಇವುಗಳನ್ನು ತೊಲಗಿಸುವ ನೆಪದಲ್ಲೇ ಕಿಚ್ಚು ಹಾಯಿಸಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. So on the pretext of getting rid of these germs is when the custom of ಕಿಚ್ಚು ಹಾಯಿಸು, that is making the cows jump over the fire, started. ಬೆಂಕಿಯ ತಾಪ ಚೂರೇ ಚೂರು ತಾಗಿದರೂ ಸಾಕು, ಜಿಗಣೆಗಳು ತಪ್ಪನೆ ಬೆಂಕಿಗೆ ಬೀಳುತ್ತವೆ. So the heat from the fire, even a little bit of heat, if it is felt, then that is enough for the worms to, or the germs to just fall into the fire. ಮರುಕ್ಷಣದಿಂದಲೇ ಜಾನುವಾರುಗಳ ಬದುಕು ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಯ ಹಾಡಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. And immediately from the next minute or the next second there is relief for the cows and calves. ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯಂದು ಎಳ್ಳು, ಬೆಲ್ಲ, ಕಡಲೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕೊಬ್ಬರಿಯನ್ನೇ ಯಾಕೆ ತಿನ್ನಬೇಕು? Now the author is asking us, on Sankranti, why should we only eat a mixture of sesame seeds, jaggery, groundnuts and dry coconut? Why? There is a reason behind this as well. ಚಳಿಗಾಲದ ಅವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಮ ಒಡೆದಿರುತ್ತದಲ್ಲ. So in the duration of winter our skin tends to become dry and break. ಆಗ ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಬ್ಬಿನ ಅಂಶ ಕಡಿಮೆಯಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. That's because there is a reduction in the fat content in our body. ಚರ್ಮ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹುರುಪುಗೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಾದರೆ, so if you want to make your skin to get the vitality back again, then ಕಳೆದು ಹೋದ ಕೊಬ್ಬಿನ ಅಂಶ ಬೇಗನೆ ಸಿಗಲೇಬೇಕು. Then we have to quickly restore the lost fat content in our body. ಎಳ್ಳು, ಕೊಬ್ಬರಿ, ಕಡಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಬ್ಬಿನ ಅಂಶ ವಿಪರೀತ ಎಂಬಷ್ಟಿದೆ. So in all these ingredients, that is sesame seeds, dry coconut and groundnuts, they all are rich in fat content. ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯ ನೆಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಎಳ್ಳು ಬೆಲ್ಲ ಮಿಶ್ರಣ ತಿನ್ನುತ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆನ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿಟೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ everybody eats this mixture of sesame seeds and jaggery. ಆಗ ದೇಹವೆಂಬುದು ತಂತಾನೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬಿಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ the body by itself it gets all right. It's able to get back all the fat content. It repairs its body the body repairs itself by itself. ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗರ ಮಧ್ಯೆಯೇ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯಾದ ಹಬ್ಬ. So Sankranti was created among villagers. It's a festival that was created or came into origin among villagers. ಆಗಿಂದಾಗೆ ಜಗಳವಾಡಿ ಟೂ ಬಿಡುವುದು ಹಳ್ಳಿಗರ ಹುಟ್ಟುಗುಣ ತಾನೆ. So usually the villagers, they fight amongst themselves. They'll have some small misunderstanding and they will have a fight and then they'll stop talking to each other. ಊರಿನ ಪಟೇಲರು ವರ್ಷದ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಗಳಾಡಿದವರನ್ನು ಒಂದೆಡೆ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಅವರಿಂದ ಇವರಿಂದ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಎಳ್ಳು ಬೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡಿಸಿ ರಾಜಿ ಮಾಡಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದರಂತೆ. ಸೊ ಊರಿನ ಪಟೇಲರು ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಹೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವಿಲೇಜ್ or the elders of the village would call all these people who had a fight and who have stopped talking to one another. They would get all of them together and from one person to the other they would make them give the sesame seeds and jaggery and make them reconcile with one another. ಅನಂತರ ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಕಿತ್ತಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಬದುಕಬೇಡಿ ಎಂದು ಒರಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಳುವ ಬದಲು ಎಳ್ಳು ಬೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಅನ್ನುತ್ತಿದ್ದರಂತೆ. And they would make them reconcile by making each of them feed the jaggery and the sesame seeds to one another, and instead of harshly telling them from now on don't fight like this, they would tell them ಎಳ್ಳು ಬೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಮಾತಾಡಿ. That means eat sesame seeds and jaggery and speak good words. ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ಬಾಯಿಗೆ ಸಿಹಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತಿತ್ತು, ದ್ವೇಷ ಮರೆಸುತ್ತಿತ್ತು. So as an effect, what happened? Sankranti used to give sweets, like your mouth would feel sweet and the people will forget the hate and it will get disappeared. ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ದಿನದಿಂದ ಸೂರ್ಯನು ದಕ್ಷಿಣದಿಂದ ಉತ್ತರ ದಿಕ್ಕಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಂಚರಿಸಲು ಶುರು ಬಿಡುತ್ತಾನೆ. So on the day of Sankranti, the sun changes its direction. He starts moving towards the north from the southern direction. ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯ ಮರುದಿನದಿಂದಲೇ ಹಗಲು ದೀರ್ಘವಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. And from the next day of Sankranti, days get longer. ಹಗಲು's days, ದೀರ್ಘ is longer. ರಾತ್ರಿಯ ಅವಧಿ ಸಹಜವಾಗಿಯೇ ಕಡಿಮೆಯಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. And the duration of the night it becomes lesser. ಉತ್ತರಾಯಣ ಪುಣ್ಯಕಾಲ ಬರೋದು ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಮಾತ್ರ. So this Uttarayana Punyakala means the day when the sun changes its direction from south to north comes only once in a year. ಅಂದು ಸ್ವರ್ಗದ ಬಾಗಿಲು ತೆರೆಯುತ್ತದೆ ಎಂಬ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇದೆ. So people have a belief that the doors of heaven open on that day. ಇದು ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯ ಸೊಗಸಿನ ಮಹತ್ವ ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? So isn't this the importance of Sankranti? ಈಗ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಆಗಿರೋರು, ಅಂಕಲ್ ಆಂಟಿ ಅನಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿರೋರು ಚಿಕ್ಕವರಿದ್ದಾಗ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯ ಸಡಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀಯುತ್ತಿದ್ದರು. So the author is talking about the generation where the people have now become parents or aunts and uncles. He is saying that generation is now remembering how they celebrated Sankranti and feeling happy. ದನ ಕರುಗಳ ಮೈ ತೊಳೆದು ಕೊರಳಿಗೆ ಗೆಜ್ಜೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಕೊಂಬಿಗೆ ಬಣ್ಣ ಬಳಿದು ಟೇಪು ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಹೂ ಮುಡಿಸಿ ತರಹೇವಾರಿ ಬಲೂನು ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಕುಣಿಯುತ್ತಿದ್ದರು. So the older generation, how they used to celebrate Sankranti was, they would bathe the cow and calf, they would tie bells around the neck of the cows and calves, the horns of the cows will be painted with color, then ribbons or tapes would be tied around the horns will be decorated with flowers and even balloons. So people used to do all this and enjoy. ಹಬ್ಬದ ನೆಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಿಚಿತರು ಬಂಧುಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಳ್ಳು ಬೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಖುಷಿ ಪಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದರು. And on the pretext of the festival, they would meet all their relatives and distribute Edlu Bella and feel very happy and enjoy the occasion. ಈಗ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಹೇಳಿ? So now the author is talking about the not so good feelings about the festival now. That is at present what is happening. How are people celebrating the festivals? ಈಗ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಹೇಳಿ? So the author is asking us now what has happened. ಹಬ್ಬವೇನೋ ವರ್ಷವೂ ಬರುತ್ತಿದೆ. Festival keeps coming. Every year the festival is coming. ಆದರೆ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಭ್ರಮವಿಲ್ಲ. People have no enthusiasm in celebrating the festivals. ಸಂಭ್ರಮ ಎಂಬುದು ಎದೆಯಾಳದಿಂದ ಹುಟ್ಟಿ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. The enthusiasm and the wish to celebrate isn't coming from within the heart. ಕೃಷಿಕರ ಮನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ದನಕರುಗಳೇ ನಾಪತ್ತೆ. So he's saying even in Krishikaru means people who do agriculture, farmers, even in their houses we cannot see cows and calves nowadays. ಆ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರುಗಳು ಬಂದು ನಿಂತಿವೆ. And we can see tractors instead of the cows and calves. ಕಿಚ್ಚು ಹಾಯಿಸುವ ಸಂಪ್ರದಾಯ ಕಣ್ಮರೆಯಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ. And the culture or the tradition of making the cows jump over fire, which is called as ಕಿಚ್ಚು ಹಾಯಿಸು, that tradition itself has vanished. ಯಾಂತ್ರಿಕವಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ. Everything is becoming mechanical. ನೌಕರಿಯ ನೆಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಟ್ಟಣ ಸೇರಿರುವವರು ವಿಪರೀತ ಬ್ಯುಸಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So people who have migrated from villages into cities in search of job have become very busy. ಕಾಸಿಗೆ ಪರದಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. They always want to earn money all the time. ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿಗೆಂದು ಊರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಂದರೆ 500 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ನಾಮ ಬೀಳೋದು ಖಂಡಿತ. So they think on the occasion of Sankranti, if they want to go back to their village, then they have to spend a lot of money. ಅದರ ಬದಲು 200 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಟೆಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ತಿಂದು ಬರೋದು ಸರಿ ಎಂದು ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕಿ ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಬದುಕುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So they calculate that if I go to my village and spend on the occasion of Sankranti, then I spend lot of money. So I can spend lesser money, go to a restaurant, eat food there and enjoy. And that is how they calculate and that is how they are leading their life. ಕೇಳಿ, ಒಂದು ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಳ್ಳು ಬೆಲ್ಲ ನೀಡುವುದು ಬಾಂಧವ್ಯದ ಸಂಕೇತವಾಗಿತ್ತು. So earlier, during the earlier times when people were distributing sesame seeds and jaggery, it was a symbol of kinship. Kinship means where you go and meet your relatives and spend time with all of them. ಆದರೆ ಅದೀಗ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠೆಯ ವಿಚಾರವಾಗಿದೆ. But now Sankranti is no more a symbol of kinship. It's become a symbol of status. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎಳ್ಳು ಬೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟವರೇ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತರು ಎಂಬಂತಾಗಿದೆ. So whoever distributes more of the ಎಳ್ಳು ಬೆಲ್ಲ mixture, it feels like they are only rich now. Because that's how the people have changed. The symbol of kinship has now become a symbol of reputation. ನಾನೇ ಮೇಲು ನಾನೇ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠ ಎಂದು ತೋರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮುಂದಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So everybody is using this occasion to show off that I am best, I can spend lot, I am rich. ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಲೆಂದು ದಪ್ಪ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಅಚ್ಚು ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಎಳ್ಳು ಬೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So along with the ಎಳ್ಳು ಬೆಲ್ಲ, they also pack big sugar candies which are in different shapes of molds. ರೆಡಿಮೇಡ್ ಎಳ್ಳು ಬೆಲ್ಲದ ಪ್ಯಾಕುಗಳು ಫ್ಯಾಬ್ ಮಾಲುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಧಾರಾಳವಾಗಿ ದೊರಕುತ್ತಿವೆ. So nowadays even ready-made mixture of ಎಳ್ಳು ಬೆಲ್ಲ is available in all the malls. ಕಳಪೆ ಮಾಲು ಎಂಬುದು ಎಳ್ಳು ಬೆಲ್ಲದ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾರುಕಟ್ಟೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. Now even fake products have come in the market. ಸದಾ ಮುಖವಾಡದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಬದುಕುವ ನಾವು ಈ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. So the author say, nowadays we also wear a mask and we display falsehood and we have accepted all these changes that is happening. ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಯಸುವ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ಇದಲ್ಲವೇ ಅಲ್ಲ. So the author saying, no, this is not the Sankranti that we are celebrating. This is not the Sankranti that we wish to celebrate anymore. ನಮ್ಮ ಆಚರಣೆಯ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. So the Sankranti that we celebrate should have culture in it. ಸಂಪ್ರದಾಯ ಇರಬೇಕು. Traditions and customs should be there. ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. There should be love. ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ, ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗಬೇಕು. Trust and gratefulness should also be there. So we should have all these feelings when celebrating Sankranti. We have to respect our culture, our tradition and customs. We have to have love and affection for one another. Love, affection, trust, and the most important is gratefulness. We have to show our gratitude to everybody who have helped us. So Sankranti is actually a festival to show our gratefulness towards our cows and also to the sun. ಹಬ್ಬದ ನೆಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಬದುಕಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. So the pretext of festival, we also should, Sankranti means good revolution. We also should understand the importance of this festival. Sankranti antadde agirali. So the author is saying, let the Sankranti that celebrate be such a way that we respect our culture, our tradition, our customs. We have love and affection for one another. We trust, and most importantly, we are grateful towards nature and also our animals. Aishwarya, nemmadi, kushi, rangu, arogya, nalivu, tripti, hummassu, ishtartha ellarigu siddhisali. ಸಂಭ್ರಮ, ಸೊಬಗು, ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಬಾಳಿನಲ್ಲೂ ತುಂಬಿ ತುಳುಕಲಿ. So the author is wishing that all of us should have Aishwarya, wealth, Nemmadi, peace of mind, Kushi, joy, Rangu, color, Arogya, health, Nalivu, happiness, Tripti, satisfaction, Hummassu, enthusiasm, Ishtartha, ellarigu siddhisali, and whatever you wish for, you desire for, you achieve it. Sambrama is again like a celebration. Sobagu, beauty, Samriddhi, prosperity. So the author is saying, let all of you celebrate and enjoy your festival with all these things: wealth, peace of mind, satisfaction, enthusiasm, then being healthy, achieving whatever you wished for. Yellara olitigagi harake haraike. So the author is saying, for the good of everybody, he is haraike, means he is praying. He is praying God. Let good happen to everybody. And haraike is, he is also giving us his best wishes. So he is praying and he is wishing us best wishes on the occasion of Sankranti. So Sankranti endu sukha dukkha. This is the lesson.